If you're like most Americans over 60, coffee is not just a drink. It's a morning ritual, a comfort, maybe even non-negotiable. Millions of seniors reach for that first cup within minutes of waking up, and for decades they've been told coffee is good for the heart, that it's packed with antioxidants, that it protects against dementia. But cardiologists are now quietly acknowledging something that catches most older patients by surprise. The problem is not coffee itself. It does with it after 60. Because after a certain age, that harmless morning habit can create a cardiovascular storm you never see coming. Stay with me. In the next few minutes, I'll explain why your body handles caffeine differently after 60, what happens inside your cardiovascular system during those critical morning hours, and the simple timing change that could protect your heart without giving up your coffee. Let me tell you about Margaret. Margaret was 72, retired teacher, still sharp, still active, never missed her morning walk. Every morning, the same routine. Alarm at 6:30, feet hit the floor, straight to the kitchen, coffee brewing before she even washed her face. 2 cups, black, strong. Then she'd head out the door. By all accounts, Margaret was healthy. Her doctor had told her coffee was fine, even encouraged it for the antioxidants. But one Tuesday morning, about 20 minutes after her second cup, Margaret felt something odd. Her heart was racing, not pounding, just fast, fluttery. She sat down, waited. It passed. A week later, same thing. Then again, always in the morning, always after coffee. When she finally mentioned it to her cardiologist, he asked one simple question: "How soon after waking up do you drink your coffee?" "Right away," Margaret answered. "Why would that matter?" Her doctor leaned forward. "Because after 60, that timing matters more than you think." Here's what Margaret didn't know, and what most people over 60 have never been told. Your body does not process caffeine the same way at 70 as it did at 40. 70 take 33% longer to metabolize caffeine than younger people. That means the same cup of coffee that used to clear your system in 4 hours now lingers for 6 or 7. But it's not just about how long caffeine stays in your body. It's about what it does while it's there. After 60, your cardiovascular system is already navigating changes. Blood vessels stiffen. The heart's electrical system becomes more sensitive. Blood pressure regulation slows down. And then, first thing in the morning, you add a powerful stimulant. Caffeine blocks adenosine receptors in your heart and brain. It triggers the release of adrenaline and noradrenaline. It raises your heart rate. It temporarily spikes your blood pressure. For a younger person, these effects are minor, manageable. The body compensates quickly. For someone over 60, especially if they have existing heart conditions or take blood pressure medication, this chemical surge can create what cardiologists call a cardiovascular burden. Silent, cumulative, and often completely unnoticed. In a moment, I'll explain exactly what happens inside your body during that critical first hour after waking, and why adding caffeine during this window can double the stress on your aging heart. But first, you need to understand the morning surge. Between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m., your body goes through a natural morning to help you wake up. Blood pressure increases. After lying flat all night, your cardiovascular system has to readjust to gravity and movement. Heart rate climbs. Your heart works harder to pump blood through vessels that are just waking up. Blood becomes slightly thicker, more prone to clotting. This is why heart attacks and strokes are statistically more common between 6 a.m. and noon. Your cardiovascular system is already working overtime. Now, imagine adding caffeine to that equation. Caffeine enters your bloodstream within 15 minutes of drinking coffee. Within 45 minutes, it reaches peak concentration. During this time, it is actively raising your heart rate, constricting some blood vessels, and increasing the workload on your heart. In a younger adult with flexible blood vessels and a responsive nervous system, this is not a problem. But in someone over 60, whose blood vessels are already stiffer and whose heart is already managing the morning surge, this creates what researchers call stacked cardiovascular stress. Your heart is not just dealing with one challenge, it's dealing with two simultaneously. Let's talk about what this actually means for your health. Number 1, blood pressure spikes. College of Cardiology found that drinking coffee immediately upon waking can cause temporary blood pressure increases of 10 to 15 millimeters of mercury in older adults. That might not sound like much, but if you already have high blood pressure, or if you're taking blood pressure medication, that spike can push you into a dangerous range. And here's the part that surprises people. If you're taking beta blockers or calcium channel blockers for your blood pressure, caffeine can reduce how well these medications work. Not permanently, but during that critical morning window when you need them most. Number 2, heart rhythm disturbance. Shows that caffeine affects the heart's electrical system, especially in older adults with existing conditions. It shortens what's called the refractory period of heart cells. This is the recovery time between heartbeats. When this gets shorter, the heart becomes more vulnerable to irregular rhythms like atrial fibrillation. This doesn't mean coffee causes AFib, but in someone who's already at risk, that morning cup can be the trigger. Number 3, medication interactions. According to research from the University of Hospitals and GoodRx Health, caffeine interacts with more than 10 commonly prescribed medications that seniors take. Blood thinners, osteoporosis medications, thyroid hormone, certain antidepressants. In some cases, caffeine reduces how much medication your body absorbs. In others, it amplifies side effects. If you're taking thyroid medication and drinking coffee first thing in the morning, you could be absorbing 60% less of that medication. 60%. Now, you might be thinking, so should I give up coffee completely? No, because here's what the research actually shows. Coffee itself is not the enemy. It's all about timing and amount. Cardiologists and researchers from Harvard Health Publishing, the Mayo Clinic, and the FDA have identified specific strategies that protect your heart while still allowing you to enjoy coffee. First, wait at least 60 to 90 minutes after waking before drinking coffee. This gives your cardiovascular system time to complete its natural morning adjustment. Your blood pressure stabilizes, your heart rate settles, your body finishes its cortisol surge. Studies show that drinking coffee between 9:30 and 11 a.m. aligns better with your body's natural rhythms and reduces cardiovascular stress. Second, drink water first. After sleeping for 7 or 8 hours, your body is mildly dehydrated. Urinate more, pulling even more water from your system. Drink at least 1 full glass of water when you wake up. Then wait. Then coffee. This simple change helps maintain blood volume, supports blood pressure stability, and reduces the dehydrating effect of caffeine. Third, reduce your amount, especially if you're over 65. The FDA recommends that healthy adults can safely consume up to 400 milligrams of caffeine per day. That's about 4 cups of coffee. For 50 to 100 milligrams per day, especially if they have any cardiovascular risk factors. That's 1 cup, maybe 2 smaller cups, not 4. Fourth, if you take medications, space them out. If you take thyroid medication, wait at least 60 minutes before drinking coffee. If you take blood pressure medication, talk to your doctor about the best timing. If you take osteoporosis medication, consider taking it at night instead of in the morning. These small adjustments can dramatically improve how well your medications work. Fifth, consider switching preparation methods. Unfiltered coffee, like French press or espresso, contains compounds called deuterpenes that can raise LDL cholesterol. Filtered coffee removes most of these compounds. If you have high cholesterol or heart disease, switching to filtered coffee or using a paper filter can reduce cardiovascular risk. Pressure medication, especially beta blockers or calcium channel blockers. Have a history of heart arrhythmias or atrial fibrillation. Take thyroid medication, blood thinners, or osteoporosis drugs. Have diabetes or prediabetes. Experience morning dizziness, palpitations, or lightheadedness. If any of these apply to you, it's worth having a conversation with your cardiologist about your coffee timing and amount. And if you experience chest discomfort, persistent rapid heartbeat, or shortness of breath after drinking coffee, stop immediately and contact your healthcare provider. Now, let's be clear about something important. Coffee is not dangerous. In fact, when consumed properly, it has significant health benefits for older adults. Cardiology shows that drinking 1 to 3 cups per day can reduce the risk of stroke and death from cardiovascular disease. Studies from Generations magazine show that coffee reduces the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease by up to 65% when consumed regularly starting in midlife. The cardiovascular risk factors, aging and dementia study found that moderate coffee intake improves cognitive function, reduces inflammation, and may even extend lifespan. The problem is not the coffee. It's the combination of when you drink it, how much you drink, and what else is happening in your body at that moment. When you get the timing right, coffee can be part of a heart-healthy lifestyle after 60. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Aging does not mean giving up the things you love. It means adapting how you enjoy them. You don't have to quit coffee. You just need to be smarter about when and how you drink it. Wake up. Sit up slowly. Drink a glass of water. Move gently through your morning. Let your body wake up fully. Then, after 60 to 90 minutes, enjoy your coffee. 1 cup, maybe 2. filtered, without loading it with sugar and cream. These small changes respect where your body is today, while still giving you the comfort and ritual you love. That's not restriction, that's wisdom. Before you go, let me know in the comments, how soon after waking up do you drink your first cup of coffee? And what's your age, and where are you watching from? If this video helped you understand your morning routine in a new way, please like it, share it with someone who might need to hear this, and subscribe to Health After 60 for more guidance designed specifically for older adults. Your heart has been working for you for decades. It deserves a gentle, thoughtful morning routine.